Right, let's keep things going. At the pace I've been updating this game, I'm starting to get the feeling I might not be able to actually finish it. Still, I can at least get done with all the footage that I've already recorded, even if sitting down and recording more doesn't seem to be on the table for me at the moment. Yeah, you're gonna need this sword more than Marcus will, Illywood, mostly because I want Marcus to be a glorified messenger instead of letting him actually get into any fights. I probably should have had him buy an iron spear while I was at it for Lowen. Sure, the steel one has been getting him enough kills to be an ace, but it's wearing down fast. And we've still got a good number of enemies left around here to deal with before we get to move on to the next mission. Yeah, Hector definitely needs some axes that aren't named items here, and I should probably have Dorcas buy himself another iron axe. Well, that's a second kill for Bartray. That's good for him. Will he deprive Illywood of ace status here? There's only 4 enemies left in the area, after all. On second thought, Bartray looks like he's ready to sit in the fort and heal. That makes 2 for Rebecca. She's certainly been getting plenty of hits in, but she just doesn't typically have the strength or speed to finish the job. Doesn't look like Lowen is gonna get this one either. Ugh, just one off from finishing the bastard. And this makes 4 for Illywood. Just one more, he needs an ace. I seem to recall it took Lynn more than 2 missions to become an ace, and for some reason I'm not sure I'd like it if Illywood managed in his second mission. But at the same time, I'm aiming to do that since he is the main character of this second campaign and all. It would feel a bit weird if the main character had significantly fewer kills than everyone around him in his own faction. He's supposed to be there for absolutely every mission of the campaign from here on, as far as I'm aware. Okay, just based on accuracy, we don't want that swordsman on that mountain. But I suppose there's not all that much harm in him being there since he can't do any damage to Lowen and he can only attack in melee. He might take some hits from the boss here though, Lowen that is. As a side note, I've got to admit that Zagan sounds like a pretty nice name. Very much a shame that it's attached to a complete throwaway character. Great job, you've shown your crew how to get stabbed and miss an axe swing. I'm sure they'll very much appreciate that lesson considering most of them are already dead. Okay, let's just see how lucky Hector is gonna be here. Apparently lucky enough for the hits and for a level up as well. A pretty nice level up at that. He is not wasting any time getting stronger, that's for sure. That's 3 for Rebecca now. I probably should have aimed for the boss, but that kill shot was just too tempting. Now we just have to wait for the next turn and we're done here. Yeah, that exchange wasn't a surprise. Still, with Zangan being so injured and not standing in a spot that heals him, this shouldn't take too much longer. Okay, so not enough for Eliwood to finish the job, and if Hector gets unlucky, he could be killed here. Still, you've got to take some risks every once in a while if you want to keep pushing forward, and all Hector needs is one hit to seal the deal. And that makes 4 for Hector, the same score that Eliwood has right now. Well, it was easy enough that we could get by despite Hector's baffling decision not to let the healer come in with him. Anyone else getting the feeling Hector is going to outshine Eliwood in Eliwood's own campaign? Well, he came from somewhere up north. He brought reinforcements and is clearly a solid friend. Don't look the gift horse in the mouth. Now, how's about we cut things short here and try to make it to the lord of this realm, who is also supposed to be close to you? Just because he's gonna be busy assigning cabinet posts doesn't mean he's gonna be incapable of sending any kind of help. And considering your father was taken despite having the best of the knights of your realm, I have the distinct feeling we're gonna need all the help we can get, so none of that "I don't want to burden my friends who have quite a few resources" crap. If we're gonna be denied resources, I want it to be because of the enemy's actions, not your own bloody... ugh. I'm afraid I don't really give a damn about Oswin, just like I don't give a damn about Marcus. There's just something about the older generation that doesn't convince me there's gonna be much growth around here. I'm sure that eye is gonna be tired watching, because that's all I assume you're gonna be doing in this campaign. Better question, why didn't he bring the goddamn medic to the fight? I'm a Final Fantasy fan. I very much endorse having white mages in a party. And I suppose you need to get smacked in the face with medical tome. I know Matthew isn't much of a combatant, but again, healing during a fight. How many injuries did we sustain in that battle just now? I'm siding with Sarah on this one. You put Matthew on the bench because we had more than enough blades for the fight. Wait, why are we seeing them get introduced to Elliewood if we're already familiar with both of these characters from the previous campaign? Hell, I'm more familiar with the pair we're currently being introduced to than the two who are introducing them. He's a thief, and that works pretty well for a scout and spy. Granted, we didn't know he was a spy for some other faction. We just thought he was a useful thief in the previous campaign, and he certainly had his uses whenever there were doors or chests to deal with. Well, of course it's gonna be harder than he imagined. He only brought 2 people with him to start with. I'm pretty sure he expected to just stumble onto his father in a hurry and get back home as if nothing ever happened. Indeed, we heard their distinctive music as we arrived. Hence why I think we need to get a move on instead of just standing here talking while Lord Hellman is still alone with one of the Black Fang. Dear God, we're certainly taking our time with these two talking to each other. I know, at the rate I have to this game, I probably won't have all that much room for impatience without seeming hypocritical. Still, while we're exchanging pleasantries, the enemy is either preparing another line of defense when we move on, or is outright silencing the man we came to talk to. It doesn't help that a lot of what we're talking about here are things that the audience already knows, even if I can accept that the characters here don't know just yet. I'm pretty sure everyone with a spear was a soldier of Santa Ruz there. Bandits are mostly axe users. I'm not too sure where sword users land. As if what I think means anything outside of directing troops in battle around here. Hell, we don't even get to read what our player avatar says to the others around here. Great. Just after someone says we need to hurry, we get slowed down some more. For more stuff that's technically character interaction, but doesn't really give the audience anything fresh to chew on. I'll take your word for it. Whisker has no appearance and no readable dialogues. We have no clue what our avatar's in-universe age might be. Not that Elliewood, Hector, or Lynn seem to have reached their 20s yet, so I have no clue where this bit of ageism is coming from. Especially since not only is Matthew around to vouch for us, Rebecca is worryingly young but isn't getting a single glance here. Seriously, what was even the point of Hector being suspicious if we're the only one he glances at suspiciously and it takes so little effort for his worries to be put to the side? I didn't give a damn about this secret, and he's clearly not good at informing his lord if he didn't say a word as Hector started questioning our abilities when Matthew here has seen us firsthand. Why do we need this hammered home so much when Matthew is going to have little if any character interaction out here anyway? Cheers! Oh, good God, they're really drawing this out quite a bit. which is probably why it's taking me so long to finish this clip. Well, it's been so long since you told us that it's possible you might have changed jobs. Well, at least we're moving on to the next mission, even if it's gonna take until the next clip for me to finish it. I wouldn't call it especially desperate, but the help was certainly appreciated. Huh. Didn't think we'd see that pudgy face again. That's not much of a leap of logic, but then we have the advantage of seeing cutscenes our heroes don't get to. And we've got the menacing music again. Does Hellman not realize that he's not in charge in here anymore because he's talking like a man who doesn't realize that his life is in danger? How do you know if his men nearly killed him if you weren't there to watch the fight? And every soldier and bandit sent out there was killed, so who reported it? Again, he doesn't seem to realize they're the ones in charge here, and this is far too late to make a stand against them. Yeah, that was pretty predictable even at the start of the previous mission, and of course, our heroes arrive not knowing that the lord they want to talk to just took a probably lethal but unspecific injury. Laddie? I'm sorry, when did we move to Scotland? Well, it's hard to worry about himself when he knows nothing about you other than you're bald with a green beard. And it doesn't help that this is Eliwood's third mission where people have wanted to kill him the moment they see him. That's a question you should ask yourself. This crew has a bit of a body count, and the strategist behind them is second-hand responsible for 195 kills so far. Seriously, this guy does not seem like a distinctive character, so I don't think there's all that much reason to be scared of him and his men. Considering that guy's wearing blue, I'm pretty sure he's going to be recruitable. Though considering he has green hair too, is he related to the bald guy that was threatening us? I assume there's something relevant about what happened there to you, though. Ah, then we should probably get Matthew to talk to you to prevent you from getting killed in this mission. It's not like these guys are going to be in any condition to pay you anyway. we've been working with you for a few missions now, Lowen. Hell, you're a damn ace on this team. Why did you wait until your third mission to speak to us? Well, at least we're gonna be able to get moving once he's done talking. And since the boss is going to stay in one spot, I'm assuming we're back to them just staying in defensive ground that will constantly heal them. I swear, the way the bosses are set up in this game, and the fact that things can go from fine to fucked in a single turn, is what makes it such a pain for me to keep going the further into the game I get. Anyway, it looks like it's gonna be a pain in the ass to get to the village just south of us, if I'm reading the map right, though I honestly find it more annoying that the enemy isn't going to be charging at us in this mission like the last one. What can I say? For some reason, I always prefer defensive-oriented moments in strategy games. Real-time strategies can pull it off by having most missions having elements of defend your base and strike at the enemy's base, but in this game, there doesn't seem to be all that much to really defend. You're constantly on the move outside of maybe 2 missions so far. I'm afraid we're going to have to ignore that warning, sir. Huh. Guess we do have a path down south that doesn't involve crossing a mountain. It's still gonna be a pain in the ass to get down there since there's not enough people that are set up in the right places to dash, but still, better than I thought for a few moments there. I don't suppose that merchant is carrying any weapons, is he? It's always nice to have a fresh source of swords when they keep breaking on you. Well, if he's the type to drop his merchandise so much, he's probably not the most reliable of merchants. We'll see if he ends up being a recurring character or just a random mention in a random house. I doubt it's gonna be a random mention, if only because of the story has been so bare bones that they don't bother with a lot of text, just having random events going on in the background. Still, it is a possibility. Apparently, I'm being a bit indecisive at the moment. Not that there's all that much to be indecisive about this early in the mission. Well, it was certainly predictable she'd be attacked, but not that the person attacking her would miss. I certainly appreciate that bit of luck. I kinda wish the guy shooting at Lowen missed as well, but hey, take what you can get. And apparently what we're getting is Rebecca leveling up.